So, to become successful, you must what? Hey everybody, Chef Katrina here. Super excited to have you here at the chef's table. And today I want to talk to you about to become successful, you must, right? It was really interesting. I've had some really great calls over this last week and been on some amazing trainings. Like I always say, pour into my mind is the biggest key here, right? So, development, self-development, super, super key. But what I was thinking about, and you guys can agree with me or not, I totally get it, but like to become successful, the first thing you need to do is develop yourself, right? So just let me know if you're joining in. If you're catching this on the replay, let me know replay. But just really, this is such a key element for those of us. I know many of my friends that are watching are looking to be building their personal brand. They're looking to build out their business. They're looking for a way to recruit more people, generate more lives, all of that. They're just recruit more lives, recruit more people. Wow, I was looking at the live button when I said that. Um, but really, what I've discovered in this journey is that if you really want to become successful, what you need to go to work on is developing yourself. Um, yourself is the most critical piece to this whole entire puzzle, no matter what you're doing, whether you're building a network marketing business, whether you're building a brick and mortar, whether you're building an enterprise for other entrepreneurs, whatever that might look like. The first person to actually be developing is yourself. Leadership, true leadership, is learning how to impact other people, how to bring your tribe together. It's so many different things when you learn leadership, and it can't be done in a box. Like you can't learn leadership on your own. You can't go and study books on leadership. Well, you can. But it's not going to teach you how to be a leader until you start leading people, until you start kind of, I guess, messing up in some respects, until you learn to be able to publicly acknowledge when you've let people down, when you've made mistakes, how to course correct. Um, leadership isn't pretty. It's hard. It's probably one of the biggest things that's I've kind of been bumped up against in all the years that I've been building online because being a leader means that you are accountable for what you say and you do. And you are also accountable for things that you don't know you said or did that impacted other people. And it's crazy when you look at it from that perspective. But it is super important that you look at your leadership as an ongoing process. You don't all just one day wake up and become a leader. There are skills that you get developed. And one thing I will point to, so when I was a chef at Disney, they graduate you, you kind of, you'd say, most of the world of corporate America. You start in as like an hourly employee, and then you can work your way up into the management roles. And well, I was trying to fast track that for myself. What I've discovered is that there is a process. You don't have to jump from one to the other. There is the leadership skills to be learned. Can you teach somebody to do something? Can you congratulate them? Can you acknowledge them? Can you acknowledge your failures? Can you own up to your mistakes? Can you um, communicate with people? Can you communicate effectively? Can you be acknowledging of your words? Can you think with your emotional intelligence and not just with your heart every time? There's been, I mean, the journey of leadership has been, for me, an extraordinary one. I've had to really look at who I am and who I want to become. And I had to acknowledge that I have a lot of things that I'm not so great at. And there are a lot of things I'm going to screw up. I might not acknowledge everybody in my life. I might not be the best communicator sometimes. Um, and these are things that I'm always at work with. So when you're building for success, when you're building your teams, when you're building your business, when you're part of an entrepreneurial community, showing up as leader means doing the work even if you don't want to, right? That means doing the work and being accountable for other people. Um, it means stepping up and having a voice. It means learning um, to accept who you are and work within those boundaries and start finding teammates that complement those pieces that you're missing, right? Leadership is acknowledging other leaders. supporting them in their growth, supporting them in their activities, being willing to pour into them and share with them their greatness, acknowledging for their greatness. I mean, there's so many things around leadership, and I could do a whole series of trainings just in what I've learned around, scheduling your time, being responsible, being accountable, using your language, working on the emotional intelligence, reading. All of these things play into this. And you can't, like I said, you can't do it alone because to lead, you have to be connected to people. You actually have to be in conversations with other people. You can lead yourself, which is the first step. I didn't really understand that until I started doing it, but I will tell you that leading yourself, showing up for yourself, being accountable for yourself, showing up and doing the chef's table. This is leading myself. This is being accountable for who I am and who I say I am in the world. Um, so there is whether you're a parent, you're leading your kids to become, individuals that are productive in the world, that are going to make a difference, that are out there. If you're a friend, you're leading your friends, you're either taking part in that relationship. If you're a kid in the house or your parent, like, I mean, there's so many ways to be your lead, but leadership, business leadership takes developing your emotional intelligence. And the best way to do that is to start reading books, start getting around other entrepreneurs, start getting your thoughts and your ideas started to get shifted. And that's why it was so important. I mean, even for myself, I've been doing this for a long time, but even for myself, what really makes the difference in leadership is being surrounded by other entrepreneurs and learning from them, humbling yourself and saying I'm always a student as well as a leader. And that's why this challenge that I have down here, ooh, I like that when I do this. I'm like, hey, that challenge right there, um, on that little bar, the yep to the chefkatrina.com/freedom. The reason I share this with you all is because this is leadership development. This is you stepping into a lifestyle, a mindset, um, a way of being for yourself that can make all the difference. When you show up to entrepreneurial challenges like this that actually challenge you as a leader, that challenge your mindset, that challenge the role that you're in, and that embrace you as a leader, that embrace you and pour into you for that, that's all the difference. You can't be a leader and do this in an incubator. You can't do this by yourself. You need to, well, don't need to. One of the things I recommend, this has actually been kind of my go to, is every time I join a company, a product, an affiliate service, typically what I do, if I'm able to connect with people or recommend something, the first thing I do is build a community. I build a community around that product or service. And the reason I do that is to develop my leadership. I want to give people a safe place in which to ask questions, um, get to know other entrepreneurs, uh, learn from each other, go through training, mastering the basics, all of that, like bringing a community together around an idea is so critical. And if you are in a community, bringing people into that community is really critical. So as you're bringing people in for you, you're requesting that they bring people in so that that whole community isn't like an island by itself, that you guys become a bigger tribe, a bigger group that helps and supports each other. So my big thing for you is leadership begins with taking on leadership development. And the best training I can recommend for leadership development for stepping up into your business is the Freedom Challenge. Take on the mindset, take on the willingness to do what you need to do to grow your business and see what happens. So with that, everybody, thanks for joining me here at the Chef's Table. I appreciate you all. I look forward to seeing you guys inside the challenge or inside the community, because I know that when you surround yourself by amazing entrepreneurs and leaders, big shifts happen in business. So I look forward to seeing that for you and your business, and I'm excited to have you on here. Thank you guys so much for joining me, and I appreciate all the love. I appreciate all the love as you guys continue to grow your business, and let me help you and support you in growing your business to the highest levels that you want. With that, I'll talk to you all soon. Bye, everyone.